Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at a set called Employees in Teams set. This set is from 2017 DILR slot 1 of CAT paper. So this set is often rated as medium to difficult in terms of difficulty level. It's more on the medium side, and we provide you a 10 to 15 minute solution in this video. Please solve this set entirely before looking at the solution. For those who did not see this set before or did not try this set before, this is the set and these are the set of questions. You can pause the video, try these and then look at the solution. So let's begin. Let us first begin by reading the question. There are 21 employees working in a division, out of whom 10 are special skilled and the remaining are regular skilled. So there are 21 employees and we have 10 as special skilled and the regular skilled will be 11. Okay. During the next 5 months, the division has to complete 5 projects every month. So in 5 months, it needs to complete 5 projects. So in total, 25 projects. So out of these 25 projects, 5 projects are challenging while the remaining are standard. So out of these 25 projects, again we have 5 challenging and 20 standard. Okay, so each of the challenging projects has to be completed in different months. So these challenging projects will be completed in different months. Say you have month 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So far as challenging are concerned, one project each will be done in each month and standard 4 each, because every month 5 projects will be done, right? Every month 5 teams work on one project each. So every month 5 teams will work on one project each. Team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4 and team 5. Team 1, team 2, team 3 so on up to team 5 are allocated challenging project in the first, second, third, fourth and fifth month respectively. So whatever this challenging project is there. So in the first month, team 1 is allocated challenging project. So in the month 2, team 2 is allocated challenging project. In month 3, team 3 is allocated and so on. Okay, then the team assigned the challenging project has one more employee than the rest. So if the rest have X employees, the challenging one will have X plus 1. So this is for the case of month 1. In month 2, all of the others will have X and the team which has challenging project will have X plus 1 employees and so on. Okay. So, okay, we know till here. So from here what you can calculate is we have 21 employees in total and here we get 5x plus 1 equal to 21. This means x is equal to 4. So there are 4 employees in those teams with standard projects and there are 5 employees, x plus 1, that is 5 employees in those teams with challenging projects. So let us write down that also here. So 4 employees in standard projects and 5 employees in challenging projects. So let's move. So this table is rewritten in this way. So we know wherever the boxes are there for that particular team in that particular month has undertaken the challenging project. And we also know that so far as the number of employees are concerned, for a standard project it is 4 employees and for a challenging project it is 5 employees. So all those places where this box is there will have 5 employees each and all the rest of the boxes will have 4 employees each. Now let us move further. In the first month, T1 has one more SE than T2, T2 has one more SE than T3 and so on. Right? Say T5 has Y SEs in first month, T4 will have Y plus 1, T3 will have Y plus 2, T2 will have Y plus 3, T1 will have Y plus 4. So in total you have 5Y plus 10 SEs. But the total number of SEs we have is 10. Right? So this means Y equal to 0. In this way we can know the SEs for the first month in all the teams. So for the first month for the team 1 it will be 4. For team 2 it will be 3, 2, 1, 0. So now we know the number of SEs and we also know the total number of employees. We can easily find the number of REs. The number of REs will be 1 here. Say in the boxes, in all the places where boxes are there, the total is 5. In rest of the cases, the total is 4. So here we have 1 RE, here we have 2 RE, here we have 3 REs, and here we have all the 4 as REs. So once we know that, let us move back to reading the question. A team allocated, let us read the point A. The team allocated the challenging project gets 2 SEs from the team which was allocated the challenging project in the previous month. In exchange, 1 RE is shifted from the former team to the later team. So what is happening is, say in your first month, team 1 is allocated the challenging project. So when it comes to the second month, team 2 will get 2 SEs from team 1. In return, 1 RE from team 2 will go to team 1. Similarly, in the third month, from team 2, you get 2 SEs and then 1 RE goes back. So the same case. 2 SEs come to team 5 and 1 RE goes back to team 4. That is what point A is telling. Let us come to point B. After the above exchange, so this is one set of exchange which is happening, the SEs and REs between those teams which take the challenging projects across months. So after the above exchange, if team 1 has any SE, so after the above exchange, they are talking about team 1 and team 5. If team 1 has any SE and team 5 has any RE, so there are two conditions. So after this set of exchange is done, they will look at team 1 and team 5. If team 1 has any SE, so the number of SEs is greater than 0. Similarly, if team 5 has any number of REs, if number of REs is greater than 0 for team 1, for team 5. So if both of these conditions hold good, then what is happening? 1 RE is shifted from team 5 to team 1 and 1 SE is shifted from team 1 to team 5. So they are just seeing if SE and RE in team 1 and team 5 respectively are greater than 0. If that is holding good, then 1 SE from team 1 will shift to team 5 and 1 RE from team 5 will shift to team 1. So what is happening? Let us represent that here in this table. So from team 1 to team 5, 1 SE will shift, and from team 5 to team 1, 1 RE will shift, right? Then there is the next point. Also, T2 has any SE and T4 has any RE, then 1 SE is shifted from T2 to T4 and 1 RE is shifted from T4 to T2. So the same shifting is happening between T2 and T4 also. So if in team 2, number of SEs is greater than 0 and in T4 number of REs is greater than 0, if both of these hold good, then the same exchange whatever is happening between team 1 and team 5, the same will happen between team 2 and team 4. So there will be one shifting of 1 SE from 2 to 4 and 1 RE from 4 to 2, right? So each then after that is done, it is said that each standard project has a total of 100 credit points, while each challenging project has a total of 200 credit points. The credit points are equally shared between the employees included in that team. So we have one more information here. Let us write this here. So a challenging project will get 200 credit points and a standard project will get 100, and it will get divided among employees whoever working on that equally, right? So let us move further. Now with this given data, we can fill the number of employees of different types SE and RE in each of these teams for all the different months. We have the distribution for the first month. Let us take that and let us start filling. So first let me write this. It is 4, 1. So first I am representing SE and then separated by a semicolon and then RE. That is how I'm representing the number of employees in each team for that particular month. So 221304. Now we know that in the first shuffling from first month to second month, so second team will be calculating handling the critical project as compared to the first team. So now from this team, 2 SEs will come here and 1 RE from this team should go back. So now the number of SEs are 3. If 2 SEs comes, it will become 5 number of SEs, and 1 RE goes back, so it is 0. Now 2 SEs are coming from 4, so the number of SEs left are 2, and 1 RE is going, so the number of RE is 2. Now once this shuffling is done, there is one more shuffling happening. So after this shuffling is done, this is the shuffling which is represented by violet color in your right hand figure. So once this shuffling is done, the rest of the teams will have same number. Now there is one more shuffling being done. What is that? Between team 1 and team 5. So in team 1 and team 5, the number of ACs is greater than 0 in team 1 and number of REs is greater than 0 in team 5. So they will send one SE to team 5 and one RE from team 5 to team 1. So finally in team 1 you will be left with one SE. Let me write it with a different color. You will be left with one SE and number of REs from team 5 you will get one more RE. So it will be 3. Similarly, so far as team 5 is concerned, 1 SE and 3 REs. The same thing will happen between team 2 and team 4. In team 2, SE is greater than 0 and team 4, RE is greater than 0. So 1 SE from team 2 will come to team 4. So that will result in 2 SEs here, and 1 RE from team 4 will go to team 2. So 2 REs will be left. So here 4 and 1. So in team 3 it will be 2, 2. So this violet color is the final distribution for M2. Now once that is done, your critical project will now be handled by team 3. So again from your team 2, 2 SEs will come here and 1 RE will go here. So 2 SEs from team 2 coming to team 3 will make 4 SEs in team 3. And 1 RE goes back, so that will result in 1 here. So when 2 SEs from team 2 are coming to team 3, the resultant left will be 2 and 1 RE will go, so that will be 2. So after this shuffling, the rest of the numbers will be same. Now you will do that shuffling between team 1 and team 5. So in team 1, SE is greater than 0 and in team 5, RE is greater than 0. So it is possible to shuffle. So now one SE from team 1 will go to team 5, that will make 2 SEs here, and one RE from team 5 will go to team 1, so that will make 2 REs in team 5. So this will result in 0 SEs in team 1 and 4 REs here. Similarly, between team 2 and team 4, you will have that shuffling. 1 SE will go and 1 RE will come, and 3 SEs and 1 RE. And team 3 will have same 4:1. So now 4, 1. So now from team 3, your critical project is undertaken by team 4. So 2 SEs will go here and 1 RE will come here. So after that shuffling in team 5, you will be left with 2 SEs will go and 1 RE will come, so 2. And here 2 SEs will come, 5, and 1 RE will go, so 0. And after that, we have to do our regular shuffling from team 1 to 5 and 2 to 4. We will see now whether they are eligible for that or not. So team 1 greater than 0 SEs, no, right? So team 1 does not have greater than 0 SEs in this case. So you cannot shuffle between team 1 and team 5. Let us look team 2 and team 4. Team 2 has greater than 0 SEs. But team 4 does not have greater than 0 RCs. They have 0 RCs, right? So this shuffling between team 1 and team 5 and team 2 and team 4 cannot happen, because this SE greater than 0 and RE is greater than 0 in the respective teams is not happening. So your final distribution will be same as this. Now, once this is done, again your critical project will be taken up by now team 5. So two SEs from team 4 will go to team 5 and one RE will go from team 5 to team 4. So currently in team 4 there are 5, 0. So 2 SEs will go. After that you have 3 SEs and 1 RE and 2 SEs will come here. So 4 SEs and 1 RC will go, 1 RE will go. So 1 RE, 4 is to 1. Coming to team 3, team 2 and team 1. After first shuffling they'll retain their numbers. Now let us again see whether this condition is being met. SE is greater than 0 and RE is greater than 0. So for team 1, SE is not greater than 0. So team 1, team 5 shuffling won't happen. For team 2 and team 4, if you see SE is greater than 0 for team 2 and RE is greater than 0 for team 4. So this shuffling is possible. So what will happen is one SE from team 2 will go to team 4. So that will result in 4 SEs there and 1 RC will go from T4 to T2. So that will result in 4. So this will be your final number of SEs and REs in each of the teams in each of the months. So this is the final table we have after filling all the information for the months and the teams and the respective SEs and REs. Now let's start looking at the questions. We also have one unused data up to now, that the total number of employees, the total number of credits for a special project will be 200 and for other projects it will be 100 for challenging project and regular. So we'll see if we have to use this somewhere. So let us read the first question. The number of times in which the composition of team 2 and the number of times in which the composition of team 4 remain unchanged in 2 successive months are what? So team 2, if you look, the composition is unchanged only once, right? For team 2 it is once. For team 4 the composition is changing every time, so it is 0. So it is 1, 0. The answer is B. Let us go to next question. Question number 2. The number of SE in team 1 and 5 for the projects in the third month are respectively what? So for the third month, for teams 1 and 5, for team 1 and team 5, what are the number of SEs? So SEs is the first one, right? So 0 for team 1 and 2 for team 5. So it is 0, 2. So D is the answer. Let's move to next question. The question 3 says, which of the following cannot be total credit points earned by any employee from the projects? So we know that here 200 credits for a challenging project, 100 for a regular project, and they are split equally between the employees, whoever are working. So we know that for challenging projects always 5 employees are working, and for all other regular projects 4 employees are working. So in case of challenging project, each employee gets 200 by 5, so 40 points credits, and for a regular project it is 100 by 4, that is 25 credit points. So it should be something like 40x plus 25y, where x is the number of projects, challenging projects an employee worked on, and y is the number of normal projects the employee has worked on, and x plus y should be equal to 5, right? Because an employee can shift only after a month, right? And there are only 5 teams possible for the employee to shift, 5 different months. So the total number of the challenging projects he or she takes plus the total number of the regular projects should be equal to 5. So once this is known, if you see the options, there is nothing ending with 5. So either we are looking at the cases where either y equal to 0 or 2 or 4. So if y equal to 0 and then x will be equal to 5. In that case, the total number of credit points that employee will be earning is 40 into 5, 200. So 200 is a possibility. This is not the answer. Next, if y equal to 2, x will be equal to 3. So if x is 3, it is 120 plus 25 is 50. So that will be 170. So that is also not our answer. Next, if y equal to 4, x will be 1. In that case, it will be 40 plus 25 4 is 100. That is 140. So 140 is also not our answer. So cannot be the total credit points is 150. 150 cannot be the total number of credit points an employee is earning. Let's move to last question. So the last question says one of the employees named Anik scored 185 points. Which of the following cannot be true? So we have seen just in the last question that the score will be of the form 40x plus 25y equal to whatever is the score, where x plus y is equal to 5. Right, so for this 40x plus 25y to be equal to 185 and x plus y is equal to 5, we will have x is equal to 4 and y equal to 1. This means that Anik has worked on 4 challenging projects and 1 regular project. So essentially amongst these options, what we have to find is that we have to find which of these is not possible. Like in which of these cases is it not possible for Anik to participate in 4 challenging projects? That is what we have to find. So let us see option by option. Let us see option 1. T1, T3, T4, T5. So say Anik participated in T1 when it is challenging. Okay, imagine he participated in team 1 in month 1. In that case, he has 2 options. Either he can stay in M2. In any of the case, in whichever month he participated in T1, he has 3 options. One, he can stay in T1. If he is in T1 in month 1, then he can shift to T2 in month 2. Or if he is in T1 in any other month, he can only either stay in that the same team, or he can shift to T5, right? Because we have that shuffling happening. So the best possible case is from month 1 to month 2. If in month 1 he is in T1, he can at max move to either T2 or T5, right? And in this option there is no T2 in option A. So he must have moved to T5, or he is staying in the same team, right? So he worked on a challenging project here. If he stays on the same team, he will work in a non-challenging here, a regular one. Then after that, he is blocked basically. He can either go to team 5 or stay in team 1. There's no other possibility. So it is not possible for Anik to go to team 3 and team 4 in this case. So this case is not a possibility. So this is our answer. First option. Let us also check other options and see what is happening with the other options. Let us move to option 2. He worked in team 1, team 2, team 3 and team 4. Is it possible that he worked in all these 4 teams? So it is possible. If he is in team 1 in month 1, he can easily shift to team 2, right, during that shuffling. So once he is in team 2, again it is easy for him to shift to team 3. It is also possible for him to shift to team 4, and from then on he can stay in team 4 for other projects. So this is a possibility, right? Next, let us see option C. Anik worked in team 1, 2, 4 and 5. So let us see if that is possible. Say he worked in team 1 in month 1. Either he can stay in team 1 or he can move to team 2. So the only possibility for him to move to team 2 is during this month 1 to month 2. Say he moves to team 2. So once he moves to team 2, then it is given team 4 and team 5. Yes, so surely during this shuffling, T2 to T4 and T4 to T2, he can shift here during M3 to T4, right? Once he shifts there, he can stay in T4 and then shift to team 5, where, T5 when the critical project comes. In this way, he is doing 1, 2, 3, 4 critical projects and 1 normal project. So it is definitely possible for him to do this. Next, Anik worked only in teams 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us see if that is possible. Let me take a black color. So in team 2, so say initially he is in team 2 and he continues in team 2, then he moves to team 3, then he moves to team 4, then he moves to team 5. In this way, he worked in 1, 2, 3, 4 critical projects, 4 challenging projects and 1 regular project. So this is also possible. So if you see this clearly, it is option A. Anik cannot work in team 1, 3, 4 and 5 and score 185 points, right? So this brings me to the end of this session. So in the upcoming video, we'll be looking at more sets from 2017 DILR slot 1. Thank you.